Everybody, welcome back to the HFD Footy podcast. Got a big lineup today, star-studded lineup. Got J CROM back.
J CROM, welcome.
Is this the debut of J CROM or?
No, I was on before, man.
Yeah, but you've never been J CROM before, so it debuted.
Oh yeah, look, there's the name J CROM. There you go.
Yeah. So, guys. Sorry guys, my kid's here. Hold on.
That's right. They're throwing a curveball at him. That's all good. So yeah. How are you, Johnny Carlton? Welcome.
Thank you. How are we?
Yeah. We've had a marathon day with our watch along, and went overtime and rain delays and thunderstorms in Melbourne. So it was pretty full on.
All happening today on Easter Monday. All happening.
That's it. How are you, Chris T? Going well?
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. My son, yeah. Anyway, yeah, going well. Massive weekend of footy. Felt like it never ended, really, because started on Thursday, went today. Today was the longest game I've ever sat through. And, yeah, but look, all in all, it was a good weekend. Johnny Carlton was getting hit pillar to post, but then I saw him come back with a bit of flurries, and, you know, TikTok's not liking him at the moment, but, you know, he loves it. And, yeah, we had really some, you know, it was the birth of the King of the Prince on Saturday night. That was good to watch. So
there we go.
It was a good
and
weekend.
What a dynamic duo we were.
That's it.
You guys were really good. I must admit, I was really impressed with how you went. So can't wait to see the King and the Prince go at it again. But J CROM, it's good to have you back. Now, you know, we got a lot to talk to you about with the Crows.
Thanks, man.
So we'll try to be kind to you, but you know that's not probably going to happen. But guys, if you're brand new, make sure you like, share, subscribe. Hello to everyone in the chat. Let's get into it, guys. Let's get into it. Oh, whoops! My finger slipped, man.
Right in front of me.
Sorry, guys. My finger slipped.
Right in front of me.
Right in front of me. Yeah. It just slipped, bro. It just slipped. It really just slipped. Anyway,
boy.
Let's start. All right, round 3, big round. The first game of the round was the Lions Collingwood. It was a 20-point win to the Pies, 72-92. I haven't got the right graphics this week, guys, because it was too hard to do on short notice. So just gone with the plain basic stuff. So yeah, 72 to 92. We did do a watch along on this one. We did do a few TikToks on this one. Johnny Carlton got, Collingwood supporters came after Johnny, but it is what it is. Look, I thought Brisbane were going to win this one. I did tip Brisbane. I actually forgot to do my tips. So I actually got the Collingwood as the win there because, you get the away side if you don't tip. So I was lucky, but I would have tipped Brisbane if I did tip. And yeah, it was really disappointed in the way Brisbane played. They just didn't go with Collingwood. Collingwood hasn't been great this year, and you thought we would have seen a better showing at Brisbane at home. But this is the second loss to Brisbane at home. So big concern, big warning lights for Brisbane, I think. Especially, now that Coleman's out and now Dode did his ACL again. So, down back, they're vulnerable. They're not firing. Their midfield's not firing. I heard there was whispers about some off-field trip. In the off season, they went to America, and there was big fights with partners and this and that. So I'm not sure how true that is, but it was reported by Sam McClure. I don't know, but look, if you're looking at it, if you look at the way they're playing, it's not looking good for the Lions at the moment. So, John CROM, because you haven't been here for a while, we'll go with you first. Did you end up watching this game?
Yeah, I watched it. Brisbane disappointing. The Gabba, it used to be a fortress, and they've lost 2 already there. They haven't won a game this season. They're 0-3. Look, big shout out to my man, Tommy Duday. He's unlucky there to get another injury on top of the injuries he's already had. So hope he comes back to footy at some stage. But yeah, look, man, it's worrying signs for Brisbane. They didn't look like they were going to win that game at all. I think Collingwood were leading most of that game, and Collingwood really showed the desperate need to win that game. So look, if you're a Brisbane fan out there, I'd be worried for sure. For Collingwood, I don't think they're out of the woods yet, but it was a decent game to watch, but Collingwood probably deserved 4 points.
All right, Johnny Carlton. Now, it's well documented what you said on the night. Poor primetime feline. You heard his feelings a little bit. He kind of ran away. But, what do you think of this one? And are Collingwood back?
Look, so obviously both grand final rematch. Was looking forward to it. As I said, Collingwood's forwards I thought was outstanding during the game. I thought Elliott, Bobby Hill, Lockie Schultz, they're all back to their best. So as I said, Collingwood's forwards getting the job done. As I said, I just think Collingwood just used the ball cleaner and better than Brisbane did. Brisbane just looked a little bit slow. Their movement was a bit slow as well. It's not the Brisbane that we've been watching the last year. But as I said, it was Collingwood's day. As I said, they deserved the win. They got the 4 points. As I said, Brisbane haven't lost 2 in a row since 2018 at the Gabba, so it's been quite a while. It's been 6 years. So, as I said, it's worrying days for Brisbane. But if you're a Brisbane fan, I think you should be optimistic. As I said, you're just going through a tough patch at the moment. It's a must-win game next week. Collingwood got their first win of the season after losing 3 in a row. And, as I said, didn't think Collingwood would win this one. Got a lot of hate before the game as well. So, as I said, and then after the game, it's just out tremendous. It's just how one game apparently changes their season around, and now they think they're going to be premiers again. It's just ridiculous, to be honest. But look, Are the Pies back? Definitely not. Definitely not. They're 1-3. So they're still out of the top 8, so they can stay where they are. But yeah, as I said, look, I don't think it is the same Collingwood as we saw last year. As I said, they did have a better pressure game and a better fast movement game on Thursday night. But yeah, as I said, I just don't think they're up to the Collingwood that they were last year. But as I said, prime time, if you ever see you again, hopefully we meet so we can talk about this in person. But yeah, no, look, got the hate from Collingwood fans, and I will accept any other hate towards the rest of the season because I love hating Collingwood. But yeah, no, look, Collingwood deserved the win, and yeah.
Well, there was a TikTok if you guys were in the chat, and you know that he just posted today, that Johnny Carlton posted today. Now that TikTok is going nuts. He pretty much said that there shouldn't be any April Fools because the Fools are really, is it Collingwood or something? It was like that, was it? Something like that.
Yeah, it's April Fool's Day. We're not celebrating April Fool's Day today because there's no bigger joke than the Collingwood Football Club. So
There we go.
it's blown up recently today. So I've had a lot of inboxes, and I made it to a big league. I made it to a big Instagram page as well. So yeah, made it to the big leagues. But yeah, that's what happens when you're a Collingwood supporter. You get it. So they're just salty at the moment that we're 3-0 and we look unbeatable. So yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, it was funny, man. I've been laughing all weekend, but anyway, and all I can say to you haters out there, remember, it's just banter. There shouldn't be any I want to kill you and F you this, F that. What I'm saying is just have to just treat it as banter, and that's all it is. It's friendly banter. That's all. So, but people get carried away, man. People get carried away, and it's crazy. But anyway.
It's more than a game, man.
It's King of the North. My favourite person. King of the North.
How we doing, everybody? How we doing,
man?
everybody?
What do you think of this one? You got any stats? I know you haven't got many stats this week.
I've got a few stats. Yeah. We were on Brisbane, so we thought they were going to get their first win at home, but it wasn't to be. And yeah, Collingwood just played much better than they did. They've got a lot of work to do. They've got a lot of work to do in the forward line. Their forwards need to be kicking goals. They were lucky to get each player was getting one goal pretty much, or 2 goals. So probably the best was Neil with 35 disposals, 12 kicks and 1 goal, and probably Zorko with 30 disposals as well. So yeah, they do have a bit of work to do. The coach is got to do his magic, and there was a bit of a prediction from somebody to say that he might be in a bit of trouble, but we'll see what happens there. But yeah, no, Collingwood were good. Dacos again with 30, and the other guys with who was our next best? 24, Mitchell and Noble with 24 disposals. So yeah, good win. And yeah, we'll see how they go when they come back to Melbourne again and play the MCG.
Well, there you have it, guys. There you have it. Thursday night footy. It was good. See this comment here, Jaden Wanganeen. Dude, I'm not going through Port Adelaide. Who's Port Adelaide? If you want to go through my video, it's on TikTok or it's on YouTube. You can go through there, comment on there, and I'll reply to you here. But I'm not replying to that over here, mate. All right. Anyway. KP, how you going, man? And GT 15 was Mary. William Rowe. Oh my god. Anyway, next game, guys. Next game. Where are we? Here we go. So, the Blue Baggers in North Melbourne. Now, 137 to Carlton and 81 to North Melbourne. Comprehensive win. To the Baggers. Johnny Carlton, you were at this game, and you met the King of the North. First of all, how was that experience? And did you feel majestic afterwards? Did you have a majestic feeling And also, tell us about the game, man. How'd you see it?
Majesty.
No, look, first of all, the King was there, so messaged him during the game, and I said, King, you want to meet at half time? So we did. Came up to where I was sitting. We had a good chat. We took a grouse photo.
Okay.
So yeah, look, the HFD media boys getting together, which was good to see. But yeah, no, as I said, a privilege and an honor to meet the King. So yeah, hopefully he feels the same way. So yeah.
Certainly do.
Did you
Certainly
bow?
do.
Did you have a bow or something, or what? Did you
Did I have a what? Sorry.
Did you
He's
bow
just
to him?
yelling.
Oh yeah, of
He
course I
was
did.
just yelling. He was just yelling out, King, King.
Yeah.
Your grace, your grace.
But yeah, no, as I said, that was a good highlight at halftime. So yeah, good to meet the King, and hopefully we see each other more at the footy this year. So
Awesome.
yeah, no, look, to the game now. I was there. First of all, I think it's time to get rid of Johnny's rant a bit early.
Oh jeez, let's get the graphic up.
I think it's time to get Johnny's rant out a bit early.
Oh my god. Here we go. Johnny Carlton's rant, everybody. Follow him on TikTok, Johnny Carlton 98. Johnny's rant. Let's hear it.
All right. So, going to the game was all good. Sat on level 3, just on the wing. 2 rows behind me, there was a group of North Melbourne guys, right? And I was like, okay, I'm glad that they've come. I'm glad North Melbourne supporters are coming to watch their games. They should be. They should never stop coming to watch their team. Anyways, first quarter's happening. North Melbourne are on a fiery start, right? They've kicked the first 3 goals of the game. These guys have the audacity to say, Carlton, you're not even top 8 contenders. The audacity to say that Carlton are worse than North Melbourne this year when we're 2-0 before the game and they're 0-2. The audacity to scream at Carlton players when Zach Fisher was a Carlton player and everyone was cheering him, but then because he played for Carlton, you make romantic jokes about him, which, fair enough. You can say jokes about a player, but that's just outrageous. They were just ranting on the whole game. I was getting frustrated. I turned around at them at 3/4 time. I said, boys, I've heard you for the first 2 quarters. Now you're all quiet. What's wrong? Your beer's a bit dry at the moment. They didn't respond. They were quiet. Then in the 4th quarter, I hear a TikTok when they're 50 points down, bagging Orazio Fantasia, lining up for goal. You're 50 points down. Why are you bagging a player who's come on for the first 2 minutes and has kicked a goal than your whole team has in the last 6 minutes? Are you guys outrageous? Anyways, just a quick rant. North Melbourne supporters, I'm glad you're showing up, but please, if you don't know what you're talking about, just sit in your chair and just be quiet because that is just outrageous. First 2 games that I've been to, I've had 2 rants about Richmond supporters and North Melbourne supporters. I feel like it might be this year just of crazy supporters around me. So, that's my little rant of the night. Not too much, yeah.
Wait, Johnny, before you start, I've got that video to show everyone. So let me just quickly show it, and then you'll see what Fantasia does, all right? So look at this.
You're soft, Fantasia! Get a hard ball! You're as soft as they come, Fantasia!
Good.
There you go. Good on him, man. Like, I love when I see stuff like that. Yeah. Anyway.
Good on him. Yeah,
Continue.
So look, obviously Fantasia silenced the crowd after that, which was good to see. But if you don't have anything nice to say, just sit in your chair and just be quiet. look, going on to the game, as I said, North Melbourne came out firing in the first quarter. They played some good footy in the first quarter as well. Their half back is going to be trouble this year. Their run off half back is insane. You got Sheasel, you got Fisher, you got Wardlow running off half back. They're a good team off half back. But as I said, the main things is I think Carlton's tall forwards were too strong and too good in this game. 9 goals between them for Big H and Charlie. So as I said, dominance performance by those two. Little small pocket. Always kicking 3 goals as well. King's favourite player. So, yeah, look, he stepped up too. But, yeah, look, after the first quarter, Carlton's team performance was just too strong for North Melbourne. And, yeah, we just ran out with a 50-point win. So, yeah, look, as I said, good to get a percentage as well. Our last 6 games before that was under a goal. So, good to sit back and relax and enjoy the game. And, yeah, as I said, my highlight was to meet King of the North at halftime, which was good. So, yeah, go the Blues 3-0, and let's make it 4-0 next week in Adelaide.
You know what my highlight was? My highlight was when you were on live afterwards and you were like, King of the North, what's the scores? What's the scores? The Adelaide game. I just cracked up laughing, man. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
All right. We'll go with CROM. Now, I don't know if you watched this one because you're getting gearing up for the Crows, but did you have a look at this one?
No. I did watch this. Yeah, look, the Twin Towers couldn't be stopped in this game. They were too big, too strong for North Melbourne's defence. But North had some moments in this game. I know it was a smashing, but they really had moments. So I really like their young players coming through. I think they've got some really good talent coming in. I think North got some good days ahead. So if you're a North fan, I know you guys have been suffering for a long time. But I think something's happening in the next few years. Carlton, yeah, top 4 for me. They look really strong. They look good all round. Yeah, completely deserved the 4 points.
Beautiful. King of the North, you were at this game as well. You met the legend himself, Johnny Carlton.
I met the legendary Johnny Carlton, so that was a great experience at halftime. But yeah, we enjoyed a big Carlton win. But I've got to give North Melbourne credit. They played really well. Sheasel was outstanding. 32 disposals, 20 kicks. Who else was there? Powell with 29 disposals as well. But yeah, just the way that they're playing and the way that they're able to score. The last 3 games, they've been able to kick over 80 points each game. So that's a really good sign for a young team. So yeah, they're going to win a few games. They're not going to be they're not going to be, I don't think they're going to be down the bottom on 0. They're going to be winning a couple of games. So yeah, really impressive. They took on Carlton, but we were just too strong. And my prediction, I almost got my prediction from last week's tipping. I said Kerno with 6, Harry with 5, and Owies with 3, and I got 2 out of 3. So yeah, good on Owies for that. Sard was all over the place again, all over the field, just getting those that ball out. Also, Cripps had a big one as well with 28 disposals. So yeah, we had a few spots where it was lost their way for a little bit, but yeah, overall just getting it in the forward line, kicking straight, getting the goals. So yeah, it was a massive win.
Awesome, guys. Now I did hear that Harry has changed his run up routine to when he goes for a goal. So is that true? And if it is, can you teach Charlie Dixon, please?
Yeah, no, look, Harry has changed it up a bit from last year to this year. It's not much of a big change, but he has. But as I said, it's just dedication to him. In the off season, just a bit more hours, just by himself, just taking set shots. Look, it's capping off now. He's probably one of the best. I think he's probably the informed tall forward in the comp right now, and yeah, it's good to see that hard work pays off. So yeah, good on you, H, and hopefully you continue it for the whole year. So yeah.
Yeah. And we got some chats in there. A Young goes North for credit for clash against Blues. Blues will win over the Dockers by 18, he reckons. And Toby's loving the Blues. We are the Navy Blues, the old dark Navy Blues, singing the song. So some excited fans there. All right, well, yeah, that was that game. Next game. This is the game that I've been looking forward to the most. It is the Dockers versus the Crows, 69-34. Wow, 34. I mean, Johnny CROM. I mean, let's talk about this now. You were touting this team in the start of the season, saying, "Oh, we're going," I mean, not just you. Everyone was top 4, this and that. You guys do not look like a top 4 side right now. Okay, now I know things can change. Things can change, and I don't know if signing up Knicks for another 2 years was the smartest idea. I don't know, but yeah, it just doesn't look good. Like, where was that scoring power? You guys have lost it. You've lost that ability to score goals, and going into your 50s woeful. Even like you guys look good. Your attack around the ball looks okay, but yeah, like teams just work you out too easily at the moment. And what is it? What's the problem? Is Tex last year had his best year. Sorry. He's not having his best start to the year. Obviously, he's got the back spasm issue. Is it fair to say no Tex, no Crows? J. CROM?
Look, let me start off before you've gone off on your little speech of whatnot and all this sort of crap. Nah, seriously, man, look, it's depressing and embarrassing all in one for me, man. I don't know what to say. I honestly think we're done. Honestly think we are done. We scored 4 goals that game. 4 goals. We went from the highest scoring team in the league to the lowest scoring team in 3 games. I don't know, man. I don't know what the thought process was for giving Knicks an extension at the start of the year. You make the man sweat it out the whole year. You make him sweat for that contract to the end of the year. You don't give it to him now and make him comfortable. You wait to the end of the year. And what else have I got to say? I said we look shaky all over. We don't look cohesive. We don't look good at the back. We don't look good in the middle. We don't look good in the forward line. It's just not working. All the players look like they've never even played together before. They look like strangers. It's just ridiculous. Slow movement. If you're an opposition defender against us, put the captain on him on Supercoach, because you will get 150 Supercoach against us in the back lines. All we do is bomb it to any player but our own in the forward line. It's just, if you're Stewart, if you're Pierce, whoever will kick it to you, not Walker, whoever. There's so many players just need to be dropped. I think Knicks just has to wield the axe and just drop players like Rochelle, like Jones. I could go on. I think Dawson even needs his head pulled in. Laird and Crouch are doing well, but they're not damaging. They're going sideways to each other. They're accumulating, but they're not damaging. Look, honestly, we are the laughing stock right now, and we honestly deserve to be the laughing stock. It's been 6 years without finals, and it's going to be soon to be 7, and that's it. I'm done. I know you think it's early on the year, but nothing has convinced me that we're going to turn this around. We're shit, and I got to own it. That's it.
Wow, Johnny G, didn't expect that one from you. Went whack a little bit at your Crows, and look, it is early, guys. It is early. Like Carlton, what was Carlton, Johnny? Carlton last year, they were down. What? They went 9 straight, or 6 straight, 8 straight without losing.
Yeah, 7 in a row.
Yeah, so I mean, things can change. You guys played well last year, so like you've got the same players as last year. So
yeah, we're just done, man. I can't see it. Like, it's just the way we're playing. It's just we're SANFL team at the moment. That's how bad we are.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a hard one to understand because you guys were, very competitive last year. Now, I at the moment reckons you can't give up on your team. That's ridiculous. Remember, Carlton last year, fans almost had a meltdown, but players can change.
Oh, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I'll never stop supporting him or loving him, but I cannot see finals this year. It's as simple as that. Not the way we're playing.
So if that's the case, so you did say that not signing Nicks is that a bad idea that they did that?
Yeah, well, you make the guy sweat. You know what I mean? Like, how players on their last contract, they normally play really well coming up that whole year, so they're playing for their contract. Instead, we give Nixie the contract extension at the start of the year. Make him earn that extension. So it's just a silly mistake. I don't know who was thinking of that one, but yeah.
All right, Johnny Carlton. I don't know if you watched this one because you're probably celebrating. But
yeah, look, I was celebrating. I was trying to get home. But look, about an hour ago, I watched the mini, so I do have a little bit to talk about the game. I thought Adelaide's first, according to the mini, I thought Adelaide's first half was good. I thought their pressure was good as well. They were in the game. They were in the game to the first half. As I said, look, yeah, you could say Freo wasn't taking their chances and missing shots on goal, but both teams were missing. So, yeah, look, Adelaide looked all right in the first half, but then after halftime, I just don't know what happened. Kicking one goal after halftime, I'm sorry, but that's not AFL level. Like, it wasn't even raining. Like, if it was in wet conditions, fair enough. But to kick only one goal after halftime, it's just ridiculous. Very poor from Adelaide. As I said, fourth quarter, 13 minutes left to go. 8 points was the margin. It just looked like Adelaide already gave up. It looked like they were 50 points down. If you're 8 points down with 13 minutes to go, you haven't scored a goal since the midway of the third quarter. Change your position. Do something different. If it's not working, change it up. At least end the game with a fight. That's what they've been doing the first two games. I thought they had a good fight against Gold Coast. They came back, but unfortunately it was a little too late. Geelong, they came back a little bit in the end of the fourth quarter. So as I said, I thought, look, Adelaide was going to come back, but yeah, they didn't change nothing up. Freo just ran over them, obviously ran away with the 4 points. But yeah, look, as I said, it's not the Adelaide as we saw last year, and it's very disappointing to be an Adelaide fan right now. But I'm sure their fans won't. Fans won't go away. I'm pretty sure their fans will still rock up to their games. They just look, they're in a tough position at the moment. But look, back in Adelaide next week, fans supporting them. Could it change it around? As I said, you thought Richmond was 0-3. They were versing a top team in Sydney, and they got it done because they believed in themselves. Adelaide just need to believe in them in themselves as well. And look, in Adelaide next week, it needs to start from there. But as I said, look, they've got a hard couple of months, Adelaide. So look, they need to get their wins from somewhere. So if they want to be a real team, they're gonna need to show and get their wins from somewhere. But as I said, yeah, very disappointing. And Freo 3-0 as well. So yeah, never thought Freo would be 3-0 after round 3. So
yeah, no, 100%. I did not see Freo 3-0. So unbelievable. If you're a Freo fan, you got to be very happy. I didn't even have you guys in my top 8. So look for the Crows. Like for me, just quickly, I just feel like they're missing one or two class players, especially in that midfield. So I think the recruiters need to recruit, or I don't know, even get something from the draft. It's hard to go to the draft, but because it takes time. But if you can get if you had got Clayton Oliver, I know that was never going to happen, but something like that into your team to inject, that would make a world of difference.
But with that, as I said, Jordan Dawson was a gun player last year. I have him in my Supercoach this year, and he's disappointed me in the first 3 weeks. I'm about to trade him out. Like Dawson doesn't look like the player he was last year. It's just I don't know what's happening in Adelaide. Maybe they, as I said, maybe now the coach is just relaxed and now he thinks he's got another 2 years, and now he's just trying to play it safe. But as I said, it's just not working. It's just they're just not as they were last year. So
I think the problem is like you got Dawson, who's a good player, and if he's down, there's no one else really to pick up the slack. So you got Rankin that comes in there sometimes, which is good, but he doesn't play as a full midfielder. He's up forward, and then you got Rochelle as well that does the same kind of thing. So yeah, it's not. They just don't have enough of it. That's the only problem. So and then when Dawson's down, it's hard to replace that. So I'm not sure if it's a bit of personnel, and as Johnny Carlton said, belief. Feels like there's no belief there either. So. King of the North.
Yeah, I got home and watched this one, and disappointing, but don't underestimate Freo. Freo have got a really good side. They've won. They've proved now that they can win. Away from home, at home, beat some good sides as well. Sarong was really good again, but they can just get it out. They can get out of the back and through the midfield really quickly and really well and down into their forward line. So, and unfortunately, Adelaide are suffering from the same thing that Carlton had, Port Adelaide had, where they were just bombing it up in the air, trying to get it to someone. So when you do that, as we found out last year with both our teams, then it just doesn't work. So Tex isn't in good form. He's struggling, still coming back from the injury. So yeah, it's going to take a bit of team. The team have got to get together and just see what they can figure out and make some changes around the ground, whether it's positional changes or whatever it is. But yeah, Freo were good again, and they're going to beat a few good sides this year.
Yeah, 100%. Oh well, Johnny, you know how I feel, man. I love that your team is suffering, but I feel bad for you because I love you. So, yeah.
Oh, thanks, man. No, look, I deserve the banter. It is what it is.
It is, man. It is. But look, as I said, things can turn around. Yeah, I mean, you guys were good last year, so look at Carlton last year. They made a prelim from 7 losses in a row. So I know it's unthought of, but it can happen. So chin up, mate. Chin up. That's all I can say. All right, we won't give I was going to give more shit to you tonight, but I won't. All right.
You're a nice guy, Chris.
I'm a nice guy. All right. Next game was this one interesting. The Bombers versus the Saints. Now, far out. What a finish this was. The Saints. I watched this one and I watched the last 2 quarters and the Saints were all over them. Most of that game. They just could not bury them. They had, I know the score says, they had nearly the same behinds, but at one point they were like, their scoring shots, they were way over Essendon's and should have been way in front of them. So they just couldn't bury him and let the door ajar for Essendon, and then Essendon just came back and that goal from Stringer at the end, it was outside on the 50 on an angle, pops it from outside of 50. It was a beautiful goal. Gets the win for the Bombers. And look, we did say, especially Johnny Carlton, got the book out. He got the book out and read the excuses of the week for Essendon, but it's hard to find an excuse at the moment because they did win and look, it's started their season, their first win of the season. Oh no, their second win of the season, sorry, because they won their first game. So, they have belief. They had belief to win, and that's what some teams don't like. The Crows don't have that. That's what the Crows need, that belief that Essendon had to come back and win from behind. So, look, it was a good game. Like, that finish was awesome. St Kilda, I don't know, Ross Lyon looked really pissed off. I'd hate to see what he said to you guys in the change rooms after he would have lost it, knowing Ross. So, yeah, Johnny Carlton. Look, I'm going to give it to you because you did have the book out last week, and Essendon fans are probably going to, want an explanation here. Johnny Carlton, let us know what your thoughts are here, man.
Well, I had the book out last week and I had the book out this week. And I'll read the excuse. The only excuse that I could read was I stuffed this up. I stuffed this up badly. I gave a bit of shit to the Essendon Army last week, and this game just bite me up the arse. Just look, Essendon's last quarter, their pressure was probably the best pressure team I've seen. Like, their pressure in the last quarter was outstanding. Like, they just every single contest, they just didn't stop. They just kept fighting and fighting and fighting. They just kept going at it. They had, as I said, they had belief. They said that they could win this game, and they did. As I said, St Kilda just looked lost in the last quarter. They looked absolute lost. It looked like St Kilda should have put them away in the first three quarters. It looked like that. Saints were on fire early, but they just kept missing and missing and missing. And under a closed roof at Marvel, there's no excuse. There's no wins. There's no nothing. You shouldn't be missing a lot of these opportunities. Membry missing, Sharman missing, Higgins missing. Just all of them were just missing. So, yeah, as I said, it's just no excuses this week, unfortunately. Essendon proved me wrong. And look, I'm glad that teams proved me wrong. I want to see teams prove me wrong. And Essendon was the team that proved me wrong this week. So, yeah, as I said, St Kilda, you are clowns. I don't know how you gave up that game. But, yeah, you missed so many opportunities. And, look, as I said, Essendon fans, hope you come and give it to me. I deserve it. So, yeah, we'll see about next week, though. So I'll give you this week to celebrate. Next week, there might be a different story.
Yeah. No worries. Well, there you go, Essendon fans. You got your response. And, yeah. But there was some guy just trolling you on the chat, man. I don't know who that was, but anyway. You Johnny Carlton. I don't know what he was saying.
Going outrageous.
Yeah, anyway. CROM, did you watch?
I didn't see this one, but I heard Nick Martin was on a mission here. So I wish I did see it. It sounded like a really good finish, but I did tip the Bombers. So 1 point for me, and I think I'm coming bottom of my tips. So well done the Bombers. Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't see this match.
Yeah. No, it was good. It was a good game. Definitely, very. It was a very exciting game because, there was a lot of to see Essendon come back. That was just exciting, and the finish was epic. So, King of the North.
Yep,
But I did
watch this one as well. I watched a lot of footy over this weekend, I must say. This was really good. St Kilda really had it up until 3/4 time, and then they flicked the switch, and Essendon showed what they can actually do, and their supporters were just losing it in the end. So Nick Martin, 44 disposals, 31 kicks, massive. Merritt, 30 disposals, 15 kicks, and Langford and Stringer, 3 goals each. So, yeah, they just put it all together, and Stringer finished off with the last goal of the game as well. And they said the roar at the stadium was just unbelievable when the siren went at the end. So good on Essendon. I got 2 Essendon mates who are just dying because their team just goes so shit all the time. So they'll be loving it. So well done to you guys. And knocked over. I thought St Kilda were going to do it. I tipped them. And they proved me wrong as well. So well done.
And either moment goes, is Max King good enough to take control of a game? What's Saints missing? Is there what do you guys reckon of that? Anything you want to put in?
No,
or-
they're young. Saints are a pretty young squad, so they're building, I guess.
Yeah, look, Max King that's their tall forward. But as no excuse, Essendon lost their tall forward and they still managed to find a win. So no excuses to St Kilda. They should have won that, but they clearly just weren't good enough. So
Yeah, I agree. I just
They do put. I have noticed they do put 2 players on Max King a lot. So yeah, so they cover him really well and make it really hard for him.
St Kilda. You just don't know what you're going to get with them, and they can play really good footy. They can. So it's just they couldn't stop the momentum of Essendon. That's what it was. So if I was a Saints supporter, I wouldn't be too worried. It's still early in the season, and you guys have got a good team, so you guys will be fine. But look, that is that game. The next one. My boys, Port Adelaide versus the D's. Now, if you want to talk about a game, this was a game, man. 89-96. D's get the chocolates by 7 points. Look, what can I say, man? If you look at the stats, I showed you guys the stats in one of the chats. We pretty much won all the stats apart from the goals, which that's what matters the most. So. They were great. Max Gawn, he was unreal. Really taught Soldo a bit of a lesson. Oh, not a lesson, but really showed how good he is. Like, he's a good player, and maybe Port should have gone 2 rucks against him. I don't know. Got maybe Jordan Sweet in and Soldo together against him. I don't know, but yeah, he was really good. That guy Bullen, is it Bullen?
Neil Bullen, yeah.
Neil Bullen, yeah, he was every time he had the ball, he had like so much space, and he just kicked the goal. So he was great. These guys couldn't miss. Like 15 goals, 6 is that's an incredible score. So we tried. We had our chances. The difference was we had our chances. They had their chances. They just took them. We didn't. When you got Finlayson marking the ball and then snapping and goes across the face. You got to do better than that. If you're gonna win, you gotta slot those. You're right. You're right there. You practice these every single week, and you can't perform. Like, that's what gets to me. And I thought that most of our players did well. I think Butters was he wasn't quiet, but he was not as influential as other games. Connor Rosie was serviceable. I was upset when Frankie Evans went off. I really was. I thought, him and McKenzie, I thought were not too bad. I thought McKenzie had he didn't really do much in that second half. So, Todd Marshall was a bit quiet for his 100th game. And look, they were just kicking goals. Brown for Melbourne, he was good. Like whenever he took a mark, he was he was going to kick a goal. Oliver was good. Petrarca was good in there. I mean, we matched them in the middle. Like, we won more clearances. We won, we matched them. But it's just, that they were just too clinical going forward. And, it's unfortunate. We lose a game. But, we have to work on those opportunities, take them when we can. And that's all we can do. So, as disappointed as I am, it's early in the season. And I'm not worried or anything like that. I think we have a good side. It's just... it's just the finish. So I thought also Charlie Dixon, I know everyone gives him a bit of shit, but I thought he did okay. He did miss a few shots. So I was saying, get Harry to teach him how to kick. It is what it is, guys. But look, what can you do? It's one of those games, but it was a killer game. So we did a watch along with it. Johnny Carlton, you watched it with the King. What did you have to say about it?
Yeah, so I thought this was the best game of the round, to be honest. It was very exciting. As I said, first going to mention, it was the debut of the King and the Prince, and we teared it apart. So Port Adelaide didn't tear it apart. me and the King tore it apart. So yeah, good to see we took advantage of Port Adelaide. But yeah, as I said, I was excited for the midfield battle for this game. Butters, Rosie, Drew versus Viney, Oliver, Petrarca. And look, it lived up to the excitement. There was a great midfield battle all game. But yeah, as I said, Melbourne were just too accurate for my liking. They took their chances and they delivered it perfectly. And as I said, you mentioned Max Gawn. He was huge, but I only give credit to a guy that I thought was outstanding, and he didn't have his partner in crime down there. And I thought Jack Lever was outstandanding. Without Stephen May back there, you're going up against Finlayson, Dixon, and Marshall. I thought Lever was outstanding. So yeah, full credit to Jake Lever. But yeah, as I said, unfortunately, not the ending that the Port Adelaide wanted. But as I said, there was a good game right to the end, and look, Frankie Evans. Unfortunately, he got subbed out, which was not good for my liking. But hopefully he retains his spot for next week and shows Ken what he's all about. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. I reckon, Lever was great. He was really good. Yeah, he was in charge back in that back line, and there was some good stuff he did. Really good stuff. So they kept us really good in that defensive forward part of Port Adelaide. So Johnny CROM, did you watch this one? To your delight, you're probably cheering that Melbourne won.
I did. I didn't watch the yesterday game, but I watched this one. And I'll tell you what, from Friday, I was in the blues, man. I wasn't very happy. But Saturday night, put the smile back on my face. What can I say? Port lost. I tipped Melbourne as well, so I got 2 out of 2 that day. Look, it was a good game. Look, Port didn't look shit. You know what I mean? They lost. It could have gone either way, that game. But look, you can't play West Coast and Richmond every week. So that's all I'm gonna say.
All right, enough of CROM. King of the North. Come on, give us some.
We had the dynamic duo working together for the first time, which was great, and we got to see probably one of the best games of the season. So both teams came out and played, and were both on. So Port were leading, pretty much led for 3/4 of the game. They were all even in the second quarter, 45-45. But it was just that last quarter and the 11 behinds from Port in a high pressure game. You just got to kick those goals, and there was a couple that were 2 or 3 that were almost right in front where they should have been slotted through. So, Melbourne's accuracy, as Johnny said, they were kicking them from the sideline. They were kicking them from outside 50. So, really top performance from Melbourne, 15-6. And Oliver with 25 disposals, 14 kicks and a goal. So he was pretty much outstanding as well. So, good on Melbourne for the win. And Port will learn a few lessons because they played really well as well.
Yeah, I agree. Either moment goes, are the D's genuine premiership chances top 2?
No,
I'm not sure. It's hard to tell right now, isn't it? With Sydney losing, GWS had the bye, but it's hard to tell who is the actual genuine premiership contender. I'll have to go GWS, but Melbourne will be in the finals. Don't worry about that; they'll be up there. But will they challenge? It just depends on it. A lot of things. They were just there's a lot of calls that went their way. The umpiring was a bit shifty for both sides. It was. There was some shit calls on both sides. So, sometimes they can change the game a little bit. I don't want to blame umpires that we lost or anything like that. I'm not doing that. But what I'm saying is, there was some shady calls. That game could have gone either way, man. So, you're probably looking at 2 finalists, Port Adelaide and Melbourne. They'll be in the finals. Are they going to be premiership contenders? Time will tell, man. Time will tell. But It was a good game. Disappointed. We'll live to fight another day. Kind of power. That's all I can say about that. All right. And good, really good watch along by the Prince and the King. Unbelievable. Loved it. Absolutely.
Yeah, I really
loved
enjoyed it. It was good.
It
It was really good.
You guys could do duos together more often. It's very good. All right, next one. Next game, guys. It was... Well, I didn't watch this one, so whoever watched it will have to tell me because I got no idea. All I heard was Kelly Underwood really pissed people off. But it was the Bulldogs versus West Coast, 106 Bulldogs to 30 West Coast. So a bit of a shellacking there by the Bulldogs. Did anyone watch this? Because I didn't watch it.
Yes, I did.
Oh no.
I sat through the game and listened to the commentary and watched them go. They actually started well. The first quarter there was only 2 points in it at quarter time, and it looked like they were doing all right. And then the Bulldogs come out and went bang in the second quarter, and it was pretty much all over from there. They just had plenty of free running, and they treated West Coast as they should treat them, and just the older players for West Coast just get tired during the game, I think, and just slow down. So that's where the Bulldogs players can just run around them. So it started well, but yeah, they were just too Western Bulldogs just too good. So yeah, it was it wasn't that entertaining because it was such a flogging, but they didn't get beaten by 100. So it was 70, but yeah, they didn't get. We said they need to not get beaten by 100, and they didn't. So but yeah, 30 is pretty average as well. 312. So accuracy on goals not great. And the Bulldogs kicked 16-10, so it could have been much worse. But yeah, pretty easy win for the Bulldogs.
Johnny Carlton, did you happen to watch this game?
Look, I could only watch 10 minutes of this game because I saw who was commentating, and I couldn't watch it anymore, mate. So yeah, no, look, as I said, what King said, I thought West Coast had a brilliant first quarter. Their pressure was elite in the first quarter. There was, as I said, it was only under a kick by the end of the first quarter, but unfortunately after that it was all the Bulldogs. So yeah, they just ran away with the show, and they gave the supporters a good game to watch. I thought Libba and Reid was an exciting matchup. I just feel like Harley Reid just is AFL level. He's going up against the big Bulls, and he's standing tall as well, Harley Reid. So yeah, as I said, good to see. Positive for West Coast there, but as I said, it's a long way. And yeah, look, they nearly they tried not to be the lowest scoring team. Adelaide were just 4 points ahead of them, so they could have beat Adelaide, but yeah, no, they were the lowest scoring team of the week too. So yeah, and look, Kelly Underwood, absolutely shocking. I don't know how that girl gets a freaking game, but mate, she was shocking. But yeah, look, there was a line she said that just drove me insane. But yeah, not going to say it because it gets me angry. But yeah, she should not be commentating another game in the world. So
Cripps Hemsworth, that's pretty funny.
Oh,
J. CROM, did you watch this?
Yeah, a bit like Johnny Carlton. I only saw bits and pieces of this game. Wasn't really exciting. Just a smashing. I noticed Bont was probably at half pace, and they still won big. So look, speaking about West Coast, look, it's still a long project for them. I saw a little bit of Harley Reid. He's going to be a player. Just if he stays in Perth is another thing. So yeah. So look, West Coast 5-year plan for them, I reckon. And Bulldogs, yeah, have they won all 3 games now? I think I'm not sure.
No.
They're 2-1.
2-1, yeah. So, no, they're looking all right. Bulldogs, have to admit.
Yep.
I've always rated them in the past few years, but they've let me down. So maybe finals will be 2024 to them. We'll see.
Yeah, look, with West Coast, Johnny Carlton did say a few weeks ago that, if they're not getting pumped by 100 points, it's a win for them. So, if you're out there GT23 as an Eagle supporter, you'd be pretty happy with that, I guess. So, you just gotta wait. It's a waiting process. So, if I was you guys, I wouldn't even watch the season. Just replay the 2018 Grand Final, and that's what I would do. Yeah. That's
I'm going to replay 98 Grand Final, man. It's 25 years ago.
Well, I'm going to do 04. That's 20 years ago. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not replaying 07, that's for sure. But anyway, that was that game. Well done to the Bulldogs. Okay, next game is Richmond versus Sydney. Now, I did watch the last bit of this. Richmond beat Sydney 82-77. Sydney Swans. Wow. Just wow, Richmond. I mean, we had you last week. Port played you last week. Looked at you pretty closely. You guys were very competitive last week. You hit the front a few times, but, we were just too good for you at the end. But this week, you go against, league leaders Sydney. They've beaten Collingwood. They've beaten some top teams. And, you put them, you got them. Now, I don't know what happened here, but I was watching the scores closely. I was like, oh, yeah, Richmond's pretty close. But, when you just think, Sydney will just start to blow away, third quarter, fourth quarter. But then I checked the fourth quarter, and they're, in front. I was like, what? So I watched, the last quarter, and their pressure was amazing. Sydney just could not get their running game going, and guys like Maurice Rioli, Shea Bolton, even Dusty was not too bad. Is the other player for him? I know that
Taranto.
Taranto.
No, I think Dusty played in this game, man.
Oh, didn't
No,
he?
Dusty wasn't there. No.
Well, yeah, Taranto, not Dusty. Taranto, Shea Bolton, and especially Maurice Rioli, what I saw him doing that last quarter, yeah, he was all over. He was everywhere. So, yeah, they were great going forward. The youngsters really, because they've got a lot of young players in there now, so their run for their youngsters, and yeah, just unreal. Did not expect this, and I don't know. Sydney maybe looked a bit flat-footed. I don't know what it was. It was weird. They had a chance to win the game at the end, but they just couldn't do it. The pressure from the Tigers was unreal. So maybe we've have we misjudged Richmond? I understand everyone said, they're a bottom three side. They're clearly, if you looked at the Crows and Richmond now, Richmond will beat the Crows the way they're playing.
100%.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're going to have trouble a few sides, man, the way they're going. They troubled Carlton. They troubled us last week. All right? So I know that Johnny Carlton will say that, that Carlton's playing shit, but at the end of the day, they pressured you. They're a good pressure team. So congratulations to Richmond. What a game it was. It was a good, awesome finish. Awesome finish. Johnny Carlton, Richmond supporters aren't happy with you. Let's
look. It wasn't a good week for me this week. Collingwood, Essendon, and Richmond all winning. It's just what the hell's going on here? But yeah, as I said, look, their pressure was amazing from the word go. Their pressure was amazing, Richmond. So yeah, look, got to give them full credit where credit's due. They were outstanding from the first bounce. Look, Sydney was in there. They were in the game, but then they just couldn't get back into it when they needed to. And yeah, look, Richmond run away with their first win of the season. Am I worried about Richmond? Not at all. Did I think this game was just a game that they needed to just win? I reckon, yeah. Look, I feel like the thing with Richmond is they get gifted, right? How about you play a game outside the MCG instead of playing every single game at the MCG? How do you play 3 MCG games in a row? I don't understand. Well, you play a home game against Port, but then you play another home game against Sydney. Isn't it supposed to be home away? Anyways, but I think it's just gifted. But anyways, besides me, look, they won. As I said, they only won in a close one. So, look, they didn't win comfortably. But as I said, I still think they're going to be a bottom 14 this year. A bottom 14 this year. Yeah, as I said, look, it was just one good game that they got over the line. But, yeah, look, don't be excited, Richmond fans. It's gonna be downhill from here. So, and maybe stop playing at the MCG. How about that?
Look, I've got to agree with you, man. Like I said last week, like how many games do they want at the MCG? Like far out,
outrageous. Yeah.
They're in Adelaide this week, but
well, of course they have to be in Adelaide this week. Every game's in Adelaide this week. If it wasn't, they'll probably be in Melbourne.
Jeez. So yeah, I think the fixture has helped them a lot. And if you're playing at the same venue every week, you get used to it, don't you? So
yeah, of course. Of course, when you get gifted 20 games, you get 20 games at that one stadium. You're playing nearly your whole season there.
Yeah. Jeez, Jake CROM, what did you think of this one, man?
Chris, I only saw the last quarter, and I was rooting for Richmond in the end. I was like, come on. Yeah, but I think Sydney definitely will see this as a missed opportunity here. So, yeah, but look, sometimes you got to root for the underdogs and Richmond get the win. And, so good on Richmond. They fully deserve the 4 points.
No, they look good, man. As I said, pressure was up. King of the North, did you watch this one?
I did. Yeah, I watched this one as well. I watched nearly every game this weekend. So
you're on fire.
Yeah, just for eye of the moment, Taranto, 35 disposals, 18 kicks and 1 goal. So outstanding for him. Lynch with 3, Bolton with 2. For Sydney, Heaney again, just outstanding. And McDonald with 3. And Lloyd, 32 disposals and 19 kicks. But Richmond just came out of the gates just firing, and their pressure on Sydney, Sydney didn't know what to do. So at the end of the first quarter, they were in front, and Sydney was like a bit shell-shocked. So they had to regather, and they did. But yeah, Richmond kept that pressure up all game, and yeah, they had Sydney's measure, which was very surprising.
Yeah. Look, if you're a Sydney fan, I wouldn't be too worried.
No.
They'll bounce back, but
they come with a run at the end, but they just couldn't get there in the end.
Yeah, no, it was a big upset, and like I said, good on the Tigers. They did what they had to do, and but yeah, the MCG thing, like playing there 3 times in a row, it's a concern. It's a concern. So, but
it's just a fact.
It is a fact. Anyway, let's move on. Last game of the round. We did watch it today. It was the Hawks versus the Cats. 70-106. Geelong got the chocolates there. Look, we watched this one. Hawthorn did pressure Geelong and did get back in the game. Geelong scored those 7 goals in that first quarter, but the second quarter was totally flipped on his head, and yeah, Hawthorn just dictated that second quarter. So good on them. They got a young side, and they brought it up to Geelong, but then Geelong in that third quarter just steadied and made the gap a bit more, and then it was about 30 odd points or 36 points at 3/4 time. Then the Lightning came, and we were waiting there like stunned mullets until that finished, and yeah, it was a weird game. It went for 3.5 hours. So we were sitting here doing the watch along. Tomahawk and Cameron, they had good games, scored goals. I don't really know the Hawthorn players, so it's hard for me to come up. Warple was really. Is it Warple? Warple was really good. Yeah. He was really good. My mate Bruce couldn't get a touch, couldn't get a kick. All he had to do was kick a goal, and we could have won a bet, but didn't get near it.
Was he the one running into goal, and he would just completely completely stopped it
over
up.
and then got smashed by 3 Geelong players. Yep, that was him.
Oh my god!
Yeah. So it was upsetting for me because all we needed was one goal. That's all we needed. So it is what it is. You know, when you bet, you can't always win them all. But yeah, it was just that one
That's
thing.
right.
So,
And bet responsibly.
but yeah. Look, either moment goes. How does Geelong's young brigade look? They look good. They're not too bad. You know, they look really good. It's going to be tested when they play, you know, a good team. So, have they played a good team yet? They played St Kilda, they played the Crows, and that's it. So, they haven't really been tested. Maybe against St Kilda they did, but apart from that, you know, they haven't played the Sydney, the GWSs, Port Adelaide, Melbourne, those kind of teams. So
that was a cracking game. That St Kilda game.
It was. So. Yeah, we just don't know, man, how they're going to go against these teams. So, you know, against Carlton as well, they're another top team. So, time will tell. The jury's out with me with Geelong at the moment. I don't know where we're going with them. So, 6 players under 10 games. Yeah, there you go. So, yeah, when you got players that haven't played that many games, like, you know, most of the time it catches up with you at the end of the season. So, but look, it was a good game and it pissed down. Absolutely bucketed down. So, but look, it was a good watch along. Got to spend it with Johnny Carlton and the King, the Prince and the King. So, felt very majestic sitting next to him. So, but Johnny Carlton, give us your thoughts on this one, man.
Yeah, look, footy on a Monday, how good. Yeah, a bit different. As I said, Tomahawk's 350th game as well. Congratulations to Tomahawkins for 350. Yeah, look, Geelong's first quarter blister start out of the way, and then yeah, as I said, it was just running mouse. Hawthorn came back in the second quarter. They had a really good comeback. Then Geelong again took it out in the third quarter. They just ran away with it. Then apparently Chris Hemsworth was in Melbourne this week, so he put a little bit of Thor lightning into the game. So, yeah, a little bit of delay for them. So, yeah, Thor came out to play for a bit, so caused the 45-minute delay. But then Hawthorn came out firing after that lightning burst as well. But unfortunately, they didn't have enough lightning in them to get over the line. And, Geelong were too good for Tomahawk's 350th. So, yeah, look, Geelong go 3-0 too. And, look, as I said, it's going to be a long season for Hawthorn, North Melbourne and West Coast. But Hawthorn fans, I saw stuff that you should be happy with, and yeah, you could surprise a couple of teams this year. So yeah, just keep believing. So
yeah, no, they're really quick. Like they're young and quick. So
they are.
Yeah. King of the North.
Yeah, good game. Good on you, Tom Hawkins, and they pretty much led each quarter. By about 30, so yeah, it was a good win, but good sign for the Hawks, and yeah, they'll win a few games this year.
And Jay CROM, did you watch this one?
Yeah, I watched it. You got to give credit to Geelong, man. You know obviously they're 3-0, but this club always stays relevant. You know what I mean? I've never really seen them in the bottom 4. They always seem to just, you know. They drop out the 8 for a moment and they start challenging again. So I give them credit. They always seem to get it right. Look, they look the goods, man. I really like some of their players they've brought in, like this Dempsey player. Broom's looking really good, one of their youngsters. Their backline is just so solid. I really like Stewart and Guthrie back there, and who else? They all look the same back there, by the way. They all got the blonde hair. You can't tell them apart. But
the Coney,
yeah.
Cody. But they're just solid, man. Really solid team. Look, they've. I didn't realize how good Geelong will be this year, but it is early on. But I can see them pushing this year. They're doing well.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Ivan goes, CROM will bounce back. There you go.
I hope so, bro.
what Geelong of well is rebuild, refresh whilst being competitive. Yeah, they always like that, aren't they? So Nah, Geelong. I mean, yeah, as I said, I don't know what's going to happen with Geelong. They're a team that you just don't know what's going to happen because they play well and they've got some bloody weapons up forward. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. But Hawthorn, yeah, still building, but yeah, they'll get there. They'll get there. All right. Now that is the round, guys. That is the round. This is the ladder after the round. So GWS still holds firm up the top, even though they did have a bye. Fremantle, who would have thought, second. Melbourne jumped to third. Geelong is in fourth. Sydney fifth after the loss. Carlton's still at sixth. Seventh, the Bulldogs. Port Adelaide drops to eighth after their loss. Then you got, in the ninth position, you got Essendon. Then you got Gold
King of the
Coast.
North picture there.
It's wild, eh?
What do you got? King of the North.
The picture.
Your pictures on that next to the ladder.
You got Gold Coast, St Kilda, Collingwood, Richmond, Brisbane, Adelaide, 15th, North Melbourne, Hawthorn, and West
Why did you
Coast.
say Adelaide then the number 15th next to it? You didn't say anyone else's number.
I have my reasons.
You know what's funny? I think that's going to be the bottom four, except for Adelaide and Richmond swap around.
I'm glad you didn't finish that sentence with just, I think that's the bottom four.
No.
Oh, jeez. Oh, man. How did King of the North get his name? Oh, it's a long story. We'll tell you after. All right. Now, big round coming up. We got Johnny Carlton invading Adelaide. I've tried to tell him some Adelaide tips, how to talk Adelaide. But Gather Round is upon us. The Festival of Footy in South Australia. It's going to be a great time. We're going to meet each other. But man, there are some games, some killer games coming up, and we're going to go through each and every one of them. So, first game, Thursday night, the Crows go against the Demons. The Crows versus the Demons. Johnny Carlton, let's get your tip. What we going?
Yeah, look, so I'm going to 6 out of the 9 games this week. A lot of footy I'm going to this week, but unfortunately I won't be able to make it in time to go to this game. But I'll sit down at a pub and apparently have a palmy, which is disrespectful to Melburnians. But yeah, as I said, look.
Wait, why is that disrespectful?
Because it's a palmer, not a palmy.
Yeah,
It's a
palmer.
It's a palmy, man. What are you talking about?
It's a palmer, not a palmy, all right?
What a palmer? A palmer's a punch in the face.
It's a palmer.
Anyway, this is the palmer.
Oh,
But
my
anyway,
God.
Going back to the game. Yeah, look, as I said, I think Adelaide will fight. They're back in Adelaide. They're back in their home game. I think they'll fight, but I just don't think they'll be too strong to beat Melbourne, which is obviously Melbourne, who are staying in Adelaide. This is the only team that are not going back to Melbourne. They're staying in Adelaide, so I reckon they're going to have training there all week. So, yeah, as I said, they looked good in Adelaide Oval against Port, but I think Melbourne will win again this week against Adelaide. So, yeah, Melbourne a bit too strong for me. So, yeah, Melbourne for me.
Well, all right. Johnny CROM, this is your team. Can they bounce back at home against a red-hot Melbourne?
No, not at all. We're going to lose, and we'll be 0-4. I'll be disappointed. I might even have a tear, but we'll lose. So, got no faith at the moment. Major changes have to come. And, yeah, I just can't. Look, the only thing the Crows have going this week, that it's a short break. Like, they get to play on the Thursday, so they don't have to stew on the loss for for much longer. So, other than that, I just can't see. I can't see our midfield matching up with theirs. I can't see our defense holding up their forwards. I can't see us kicking much goals. So, yeah, another loss is on the way.
Okay, after that doom and gloom, King of the North.
D's by 60.
Wow. Is That every week? We're we'll play West Coast. I think West Coast is the only team we've got a chance against.
King of the North goes whack. Oh man, that was good. Oh,
I'm afraid to play North.
yeah, they looked all right, man.
They look good.
In patches, they look good. Yeah. Okay. By 60, I can't get over that. Look, yeah, Melbourne are going to be too strong. What I saw against Port Adelaide, if they play like they did against us, against the Crows, with the style the Crows are playing right now, it's going to be a tough night for the Crows. Maybe if there's rain, it might help the Crows. I don't know. But Melbourne D's for me, and it should be a comfortable win. I reckon at least 5 goals. So that's... Sorry, Johnny G.
I accept all of these.
Huh?
I accept all of this.
Well, it's nice that you do, man. 60 is outrageous, but Connie is an outrageous king, so...
He's an outrageous guy.
He is.
All right, now. Next. Next is the Brisbane Lions versus... This is on Saturday.
No, it's not.
No, sorry, Friday. This is Friday. Sorry, Friday. Friday afternoon, 4:40. Brisbane versus the Kangaroos. All right, so Brisbane versus the Kangaroos. Johnny Carlton, are you going to this one?
Yeah, I sure am. Yes, this is the first game of the 6 that I am going to. The couple of boys that I'm going to are Brisbane supporters, so I will have a Brisbane scarf on, just in there just to support them as well. Yeah, look, I think Brisbane by 40 plus. I think this is their game that they come back. Look, I think North Melbourne will show a bit of fight in the first half, but yeah, I think Brisbane will run away with it. I think Joey gets on a high. I think Charlie Cameron shows his game, what he's all about. But yeah, I think this is where Brisbane get their first win, and if they don't, then yeah, I'll be very worried because my Brisbane mates were next to me. I don't know how they would be feeling after losing to North Melbourne. So, especially making the granny last year, now losing to North Melbourne, being 0-5, it's going to be outrageous. So yeah, hopefully Brisbane for me, and I reckon they should win by at least 40 points.
All right, CROM.
Yeah, I reckon Danaher goes off in this match, and yeah, Brisbane get their first win of the game. Yeah, about 30 points, I'd say.
Yeah, and King of the North.
Kangaroos by 2 goals.
It's a bit more conservative.
Outrageous.
Hold on, what'd you say?
Kangaroos by 2 goals.
I actually reacted. Oh, yeah, that's okay. And then I'm like, what? What did he just say?
Just put a multi on it. Crows get smashed by 60 and North by 2 goals.
How much is that paying?
Oh, mate.
Ooh, yeah. I think Kangaroos will get their first win of the season, and then the coach will start to be questioned by the Brisbane media.
All right, there we go. If that happens, man, I'm just gonna follow the King of the North tips from now on. Okay.
Oh, if that happens, I won't be alive going back to Melbourne, mate. My Brisbane mates will drive into a freeway on the way back home. I can tell you that. Well, I won't be coming back to Melbourne alive.
Paul says the barbecue at Glenelg have a gather around lunch with the football legend Kevin Sheedy and Lee Matthews. It's sold out in one day, $300 per person, 4 hours drink package, and a 3-course lunch.
Wow,
sounds good.
Nice.
Wow. G'day, Paul, by the way. Welcome.
Paul. Welcome, Paul. Brisbane will close ranks and get the win. That's what I at the moment says. Yeah, look, I agree. I think Brisbane should get their first win. It should be comprehensive. I mean, I think they played this fixture last year. I think they were at Mount Barker, if I'm understand correctly, last year. So in Norwood, with all the yuppies there that I can't stand.
Hey, I'm saying there, yeah, relax.
Or mate, it's Crows Central down there, mate. All right, that's all the Crows.
Hey, relax.
Anyway, Brisbane comprehensive, a good 5 to 6 goals win, even 7 goals. So that's my prediction there. Next game is the Friday night game. It's my boys, Port Adelaide versus the Bombers. Now, Johnny Carlton will be at this one. We're going to meet there. Hopefully I can go to it if I can find a ticket, but we'll see. If not, I will be doing a watch along and then meet Johnny Carlton afterwards. But Johnny Carlton, who wins this one, man? Give me some good news.
All right, yeah. So obviously, going from Norwood to Adelaide, we'll have to quickly rush after the Brisbane game just to make this game on time. But look, I think it's time for Johnny's bold call of the week, shall we?
Oh, let me get it up, man. Oh, jeez. Johnny was ranting. No, man, what? Oh, here we go. Johnny Carlton's bold call of the week. The bold call of the week, Johnny, give it to us. The bold call, give it to us.
Johnny's round 4, bold call of the week, especially in gather round. The excuse book is back. Port Adelaide will beat Essendon by 60+. And I can tell you that because I'll be there and I'll be having the biggest smile on my face when Charlie kicks 6 as well.
That's outrageous.
Dude.
Bring on the Essendon army. Come on, I'm waiting for you.
60+.
I hope you haven't jinxed us, man, because
No, as I said, got a second game of the 6. I'm going to be wearing a Port Adelaide scarf as well. I'm buying a lot of AFL merch in Adelaide this week. It's crazy. We'll never wear it again, probably. So, wearing a Port Adelaide scarf this week because I can't stand Essendon. So, be in there. Doing a bit of street talk after the game as well, going around Adelaide Oval, talking to some people there as well to see their thoughts as well. But, I think Port Adelaide won't even be close. So, I think power by at least 60+. So
I hope you're right, man. I hope you're right. CROM.
This is where we'll see the Bombers fly up, and take the 4 points, brother. Come on, the Bombers. They're going to smash fucking Port.
Oh, dear.
You really upset me now, man. I thought I wasn't going to go to that place, but I might have to, you know?
Oh, wow.
Well.
Oh.
They're in form, bro. They're in form, coming off a good win. Port, they're in the dumps, man. They can't beat it. They can't beat them, bro.
They're on the same amount of points. What do you mean?
Come on, the Bombers.
It's hard to convince. Croatian supporters don't have logic, bro. That's the problem. There's no logic. That's the problem. So. King of the North, can you please give us something to smile about after that despicable tip?
Look, if Essendon turn up and play as well as they did against St Kilda, and I think St Kilda are a good side, it's going to be tough, but I'm going Port by 2 goals.
All right. And I'm going to go... Look, last year we had good games against them. What's that noise? All right.
Yep. What's happening?
Oh, look. There's a weird... Oh. It's me.
He's back one out on the couch.
Yeah, I was going to say, man.
Is it thundering already? The game's not till a week away.
Oh, what's going on?
You don't even feel it anymore, Chris.
It's the controller.
The controller. Dear idea.
Anyway.
Is that what they call those things?
Anyway. Sorry, guys. Port Adelaide, look, last year we played Essendon. They were close games, but I think we're a better team now. And what the heck? We're a better team now, and
yep.
we're a better team, and I think that we can beat them convincingly. I think it's going to be like 5 goals. 5 goals. We're gonna flex our muscles this game. And we're gonna get Johnny G's head and put his head right where the muscles are and just squeeze.
Please.
And you know what? I'm excited. They're gonna meet the Johnny Carlton finally. So excited about that.
And talk about Richmond playing at the G. When do you guys leave Adelaide Oval for once? How many Adelaide Oval games do you want to play already?
Don't talk about that, Johnny G. All right, it's just the way it happened. Normally we don't
Oh,
do this
yeah.
often.
What happens?
Yeah, well, it is what it is.
It is what it
Look,
is.
man,
That's
it
what the
doesn't happen
Richmond,
often.
that's what the Richmond supporters say. It is what it is.
Oh God.
Oh my god! Yeah, we are playing the week after too, so it's 3 weeks in a row. So
There we go.
I can't really say anything, can I? Anyway, we'll let that one go. All right, we'll just let it slide. Anyway, next game. It is the Eagles versus the Swans, and this one isn't Mount Barker. Well, there you go. This is the first Saturday game. Any of you guys going to this one? Aren't you going, Johnny Crom, to this one?
No, I'm going to the Gold Coast and Suns.
Oh,
Gold Coast and
and
Suns.
Suns.
They're playing,
What do
they're
you
playing
mean?
themselves.
Is Gold Coast versing their own team?
Oh, sorry, Gold Coast GWS.
Yeah.
All right, so West Coast
Not
versus
bad.
West Coast versus Sydney, a replay of the 2006 Grand Final. Johnny Carlton, what do you reckon?
Yeah, unfortunately I'm not. Hopefully I'm going to be exploring Adelaide on Saturday morning. So, unfortunately not going to this game. Hopefully I can watch it. I think I will watch it, but as I said, I think Sydney will win comfortably. Coming off a loss last week too, they're going to be annoyed. So, yeah, poor West Coast this week. I think Sydney will win, but as I said, it's not in Sydney, it's not in Perth, so in Adelaide. But I think Sydney will win by at least about 5 goals up. So yeah, about 30 points or more. So
Johnny Crom?
Yeah, Sydney. Can't see West Coast doing much here.
And King of the North?
PTSD for GT, he's saying in the comments, and I agree. I think it'll be the 100-plus win for Sydney.
Damn.
Yeah, well, I agree. I think, Sydney are just going to go whack after last week's disappointment. They're going to be really pissed off, and they're going to, unfortunately, West Coast is the team that's going to cop it. So,
well, Sydney did score 201 points last time they met. So
That's right.
Don't remind GT23 of that one. Jeez.
Damn, I forgot about that.
Jeez.
Shit.
I forgot about that, man. Look, now he's going to come on the chat and go, oh my God, did you have to say that, Johnny Carlton? Jeez.
Oh, mate, but yeah, 201 points is outrageous.
It
That's
is.
embarrassing.
All right, next game is the Dockers versus the Carlton Blues, the Baggers. Now, this is at Adelaide Oval. Carlton,
Adelaide Oval.
Yeah, so Freo versus Carlton. Johnny Carlton. I mean, you're not going to go against your team here, are you?
No. Well, this is I have a big Saturday plan. So yeah, this is the start of the big Saturday. But yeah, look, both teams 3-0. I didn't think it would come to this in round 4. I didn't think Freo would be 3-0. But if we're going to be a team and we're going to be that dominant team this year, we got to think that this team is competitive, and we got to go in with the right mindset, like we did against North Melbourne. And I think we should come away with the win. Look, haven't been to Adelaide Oval in a while to see the boys play. Last time I was there was about 20 years ago, and we got smashed. So hopefully don't come there and see the same result. Hopefully I'll walk away with the win, and hopefully I'm outside Adelaide Oval after the game cheering with the other Carlton supporters. But now backing my boys here. I reckon Charlie and Harry will be too strong for Freo's back line. As I said, look, there could be an expectation of Walsh coming back this week, but we don't know. But as I said,
He looked good at training.
yeah, Cripps might not be there too, but as I said, I think the boys will still be too strong. But as I said, it will be a close game. So I think another close one and another heart attack will be coming this week. So, yeah.
All right. J-Crom.
Look, I think this game's 50-50, man. I really do.
Oh,
Man. I'm going to Purple Haze. I'm sorry, Johnny Carlton. I think the Purple boys
Purple
are just
Haze.
gonna. It's gonna be a 1 or 2 points. That's all. It's gonna be heartbreaking. I'm sorry, but you'll be in Adelaide partying and you have a good time.
Can I change my Adelaide comment to Adelaide?
Save it for next week. Save it for next week's show.
Jeez. Okay. All right. King of the North. You're a Carlton supporter.
Yep.
You're wearing the
It's going
Carlton hat.
to be tough. They need to shut down their run out of the back line and through the midfield. If they can do that and get turnover, then they'll do well. So I think the Blues will win by 3 goals in a very big, very good game. One of the best games of the weekend.
Yeah, I reckon.
And GT wants to see Freo get beaten as well because he's a West Coast supporter. So there we go.
Well, I think this is going to be a close game. I don't think it's going to be like a big blowout. I think because Freo has, you've seen them play, and they're looking good. But I just don't. I think Carlton have got just a better team at the moment, and with their firepower up forward, I don't think they're going to be able to cope with with Carlton. Sorry, just don't think Freo are going to be able to cope with that firepower. And if Harry's kicking him, if Charlie Kerner's kicking him, forget about it. So I just think, it's probably going to be closer than everyone thinks. But I reckon by 2 goals. I reckon Carlton just get the job done.
And just read the Blues comment in there, Chris E.
Chris Beachy, Blues to break the Adelaide Oval hoodoo. Is there a hoodoo? Is there?
Yeah, we haven't won in there in a very long time.
My purple haze tip's looking better and better.
What will happen to your trip if the Blues lose, Johnny?
Oh, mate.
Don't even ask.
You're still going to make finals, lads.
I didn't even think about it.
Dude, I mean, like start of the season, you would have looked at the fixture and said, "Oh, that'll be an easy game." So, but now, you kind of doubt yourself, I guess. Not doubt yourself, but it's not going to be an easy game the way that Freo have been playing. So,
yeah.
But they have. I mean, Freo. What? Who they beat? They beat Brisbane. Who?
I think you got to say who have Carlton beaten. They've beaten Brisbane, yes, but who are the other two? Richmond and North.
So look, Carlton and Freo have both beat Brisbane and North. The only difference is Freo beat Adelaide and we beat Richmond. So who's better out of Richmond and Adelaide?
Probably Richmond.
So I reckon you give it to Carlton there. So
I take mine home, man.
So that's So it's very interesting. It's an interesting game. Very interesting.
And we beat Brisbane at the Gabba. They beat Brisbane at Optus. So
is Fremantle more healthier at the moment?
No, they've got a lot of injuries as well.
Yeah.
No Darcy, no Cox, no. Yeah.
Yeah, I just think Carlton going to be too. I just think they're going to be too strong, but it is the Adelaide Hoodoo. It is the Adelaide Hoodoo. So
who's the Carlton ruckman?
Tom de Koning.
Yeah, he's
Jackson.
Yeah, he'll go up against Jackson. Yeah, but then, as I said, you got Waders back there, so
yeah. Well, good luck, Johnny. I hope.
And there's the 3-goaler Owies as well, so just watch out for him.
Yeah. All right, next game. This is Saturday night game. It's the Bulldogs versus the Cats. Now we hope that Johnny Carlton will be celebrating through this one after his team hopefully wins for him. But interesting game. Bulldogs versus Cats. Johnny Carlton, who are you going?
Well, I'll be at this game right after. I won't be leaving Adelaide Oval. But this game, I plan to get blinded after a Carlton win. So hopefully it's a Carlton win. Or else I'll be blinding while I'm upset. But hopefully getting drunk as hell at Adelaide Oval watching this game. As I said, it's just a good game to go watch. I think Geelong will lose their first game. I think Bulldogs will win this. I just think Bulldogs are a bit better than Geelong at the moment. But I'm going Bulldogs in a close one by about 2 to 3 guys. But hopefully Johnny Carlton's blinded by that game. So,
Johnny CROM, J CROM, what are we going?
Well, Geelong have already won at Adelaide Oval this year. I'm going to stick with that, I guess. Geelong just.
Yeah. And King of the North?
I agree with Johnny. I'm going with the Bulldogs, and I think they'll win by 4 goals.
I haven't watched much of the Bulldogs this year, but I do like what Geelong's doing. So I'm going to go with the CROM. I'm going to go Geelong for this one. So
Okay.
all right, next one is the Sunday games now. So Gold Coast versus GWS. It is in Mount Barker, this one. CROM is going to this one.
Yes.
Johnny Carlton, who are we going with?
Well, I'll be hoping that Cody Rhodes is dethroning Roman Reigns in this game, because I will not be watching this game at all. I'll be watching WrestleMania. Sorry, preferences. So yes, Team Cody all the way. But as I said, look, I think GWS will win this one. I think they'll go 4-0, and hopefully we hear Cody beat Roman and The Rock. So Team Cody all the way.
Jeez. All right. There you go. So that's that. So CROM, you are going to this one. Not watching WrestleMania, obviously. So
No, I'm not. I'm not really looking forward to the trip up to Mount Barker, going with a few boys. Yeah, I reckon the high vis lads will get the win. They're my favourites for the Prem. GWS for 4 points.
beautiful. King of the North.
Yep, same. GWS by about 5 or 6 goals, even though I do like the Suns, but I think the GWS boys will get them.
Yeah, I'm going with GWS as well. I think they got too much star power, and Gold Coast won't be able to cope. I reckon a good 5 goals should do the trick. All right, next game. It is the Tigers versus the Saints at Norwood Oval. Wow. Okay, this is gonna be an interesting game. Like, so if Richmond bring their pressure in, and they can definitely match it with St Kilda. So, well, I'm gonna go first with this tip. I'm gonna go Richmond. I like the way they played, and looks like St Kilda are a bit vulnerable at the moment. So, yeah, Richmond. It'd be close. I reckon 10 points. Johnny Carlton?
Well, I'm going to this game, but I'm only going for half of it. So hopefully St Kilda are winning by 40 plus by the time I leave, because I cannot stand Richmond. But I think St Kilda will win this one, and I think they'll Max King back in this week. So I think the Saints will beat the Tigers.
CROM?
Yeah, I think Tom Mitch is out for
10 weeks
out of injury now, so big loss for the Tigers, and Saints get up here. I do like St Kilda a lot.
King of the North.
They've got not only him, but they've got 2 other knee injuries as well. So I don't know whether they'll make this weekend either. So I did write Richmond down, but I think I'll change it to St Kilda by 7 points.
All right. Last game of the gather round. It is Collingwood versus the Hawks. Now, is Johnny Carlton going to be at this game? Is the question on everyone's lips, especially Collingwood's lips. Will he be in disguise? I think he might be in disguise, so you might not see him.
He might be the Hawks mascot, to be honest.
He could be. Johnny, let us know.
So I will be there. I'll be wearing my sunnies and a Hawthorn scarf.
Yep.
Just so no one recognises me after what I've done today.
Yeah.
But yes, I'll be wearing a Hawthorn scarf. I'll be going for Hawks. I'll be the loudest Hawthorn supporter there. Some of my mates are Collingwood. I'm going to give it to them in their face. I hope Hawthorn win. For me, I'm going with the Hawks. And hopefully, if Carlton don't win, hopefully Hawks win. So at least my chip away is at least something good. So, Hawthorn for me. And I think Hawthorn by at least 2 goals. But good to see all these Collingwood fans cry back. And when I interview them, I'm going to probably take off the sunnies and take off the Hawthorn and show Johnny Carlton was here to see their loss. So cannot wait.
Surprise!
All right, Johnny CROM, what do you reckon, man?
Oh, yeah, Collingwood win here, and Hawthorn, unfortunately, will be 0-4.
No. It's a Hawthorn show this week.
Collingwood by about 40-50.
Oh!
40 or 50. Wow.
Relax, they only won one game. They haven't won 4. They're not 4-0.
Jeez, that's crazy.
That's what's going to happen.
All right, King of the North, give us the lowdown.
I don't think I'd like to see the Hawks win, but I just don't think they've got enough firepower yet to knock over Collingwood. So I'll be going Collingwood by 3 or 4 goals.
Why does no one see Jack Ginnivan kicking 10 against his old team? Like, why does no one see Jay Ginnivan kicking 10 against his old team? Like, don't you see it, guys?
They could.
Look, because he ducks his head too much.
Look, Johnny Carlton's twisted my arm here, so you know what? I'm going to go Hawks. 5 points. It's going to be a close game.
There we go.
Hey, the Hawkers!
It's going to be a close game, but I think Hawks will come up on top. So, and then they'll be looking at what is it? 1 win, 4 losses to
4 losses. Yeah.
So that's what we want to see. But
Ginnivan by 60 GT reckons.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, look, that is the end of the show, guys. What a show it was. Look, thank you so much to you guys, Johnny Carlton, CROM, King of the North, for coming in and making this special night. I really hope you guys I really hope Johnny Carlton especially, you have a great time in Adelaide. I hope we've taught you some stuff, what a palmy is, what an AB is, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, make sure you do have a palmy and an AB.
Jeez.
Hopefully, I'm too blinded after the Bulldogs Geelong game to say an HSP in Adelaide, not an AB, whatever the hell that is. So
There we go.
They'll end up bringing you a can of fruit.
Can of fruit.
Oh, these Adelaide slangs are going to kill me.
Palmer, the guy will just slap you.
Palmer? What's a Palmer?
Maybe I'll just go to the nearest milk bar and just find some Panadol. Oh wait, sorry, you guys call it a deli. Deli.
A deli. It's called a deli.
What?
A deli.
Do we
even have delis anymore?
Nah, not really. Not many.
Milk bar.
They're not called milk bars, though. It's not called milk bar.
Called a milk bar.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's milk bar in Melbourne.
We call it deli here. Or
Anyway,
is it Melbourne or Melbourne?
Just one thing I want to say to the guys in the chat who have been with us through the watch along this afternoon for 3.5 hours, then coming back and watching the footy show with us tonight. Thank you very much for all your support. Heaps of people in the chat. We've got how many likes? We had 17 likes tonight without even trying. So
yeah.
So yeah, thank you everybody in the chat for supporting us and helping us to grow.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys. Really means a lot. Please, we'll be back Wednesday. I'll be back doing another podcast with the man himself, KP, and then the watch-alongs will begin again. So, not sure exactly which watch-alongs we'll be doing. Still haven't drawn out the schedule. But the King of the North and I will be doing them, and we'll miss the Prince. Maybe get CROM on one.
Yeah,
There'll be carnage in Adelaide. Look out!
I reckon I can do Friday night's Port one.
Oh, well, we can do it with the King.
Hey,
King of the North.
There we go. I've got your CROM box, so we're all good.
CROM King.
So lots of.
I don't know whether I'm going to. What time's the game on Friday? I don't know whether I'll even be home from work when it starts. Is it 4:40 or something on Friday?
Nah.
No, that's Brisbane North.
7:40.
7:40. Okay.
Brisbane North is 4:40. I'm pretty sure.
So 7:40. So it'll be like 8:20 your time. You'll be home.
Okay.
No, it'll be 7:40 Melbourne time.
Melbourne
No, it's
time.
not. No, this is. I'm
Nah.
reading Adelaide time here.
It'll be 8:10. 8:10.
8:10.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wait, yeah.
that's all right.
So it should be okay for
Oh,
that
good.
one. I mean, we'll schedule it and see how we go. But look, as I said, have a good time, Johnny Carlton. I can't wait to meet you. And guys, make sure you guys go over to TikTok and check out what we're doing on there. A lot of the stuff that we talked about here will be clipped and put on there. Johnny Carlton's TikTok's about to blow up. It's already blowing up. So
I don't even know what it's on.
it's probably on something crazy at the moment, but yeah, go check it out. I'll put his thing up here. It's Johnny Carlton at Johnny Carlton 98. That's his rant thing there, but his TikTok handle is right there. So go check him out, and then check us out as well, guys. We're just HFD Media. We're in TikTok, or even on Instagram. We're on Facebook and Twitter and all those kind of, not Twitter, X. So yeah, just go check us out.
45.5.
Have you got 45,000?
45,000.
Jeez. I
Wow.
don't know.
Well done, man.
45?
45.
That's crazy.
Wow.
And like, share, subscribe. Check out our merch. New merch will be coming out soon. We might do a Johnny Carlton one. A lot of people want to buy it, so might do a Johnny CROM one as well. So yeah, get a few happening there. But guys, before we go, last words.
Adelaide, watch out. I'm coming for you this week.
Lock your daughters up, guys. Johnny Carlton.
Hey, oh.
Oh, jeez. No, I'm just kidding, man. J CROM, guys, last words.
Please be nice to the Crows, Heavenly Father.
Oh, jeez. King of the North.
Go the baggers and go the Kangas.
Go the Kangas.
Kangas.
That one come from. How many teams do you like, King of the North?
Oh, jeez.
No, not calm the Kangas. I'm gonna have freaking death. I'm gonna have a heart attack if my Kangas.
Oh, jeez. And hey, all I can say is, calm the power. Let's get it back. Let's get that winning feeling back. But guys, thank you so much. Don't forget, stay hunky, and thanks everyone in the chat. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Stay yucky.
Stay hunky.
Okay.